After the end of World War II in 1945, Korea found itself liberated from Japanese rule. However, the nation soon became a pawn in the geopolitical chess game of the emerging Cold War. The Soviet Union occupied North Korea, while American forces took control of the South Korea. By 1948, Korea was officially split at the 38th parallel, with the capitalist South led by Syngman Rhee and the communist North under the rule of Kim Il-sung. In 1948, Soviet troops withdrew from North Korea, followed by U.S. troops leaving the South in 1949. But the division between North and South Korea remained as an unresolved and dangerous tension. The situation erupted on June 25, 1950, when North Korean forces, backed by the Soviet Union and China, launched a surprise attack on South Korea, crossing the 38th parallel. Their advance was swift, capturing the capital city of Seoul and most of South Korea, leaving only the city of Pusan untouched. This invasion posed a significant problem for President Truman and the United States, who aimed to contain the spread of communism worldwide. South Korea urgently appealed for support, leading to the United States successfully passing a resolution in the United Nations Security Council. The USSR, boycotting the council due to the absence of communist China, was not able to use its veto power. The Security Council called on North Korea to withdraw its troops, but this plea fell on deaf ears. Consequently, a UN army comprised of soldiers from 16 nations and commanded by General MacArthur was authorized to assist South Korea. These UN troops landed in South Korea in July, but initially faced tough resistance from the North Koreans. When reinforcements arrived in August, the UN forces gained the upper hand and launched a bold and daring attack on the coastal city of Inchon in South Korea. This operation pushed the North Korean forces back, recapturing Seoul and the entirety of South Korea by the end of the month. General MacArthur's ambitions extended beyond containment, and despite concerns about potential Chinese intervention, UN troops entered North Korea on October 7, 1950. They swiftly captured Pyongyang, the North Korean capital, and advanced toward the Yalu River, which marked the border with Communist China. In response, China sent a massive force of 250,000 troops to support North Korea. Overwhelmed by this new adversary, UN forces suffered heavy losses and were eventually pushed out of North Korea. By January 1951, Chinese and North Korean troops had retaken Seoul, leading to a change in strategy. General MacArthur got fired by President Truman because he wanted to drop atomic bombs on China. President Truman reverted to a policy of containment.
Wars are savage things, brutal things, and no special code or rules of human conduct can ever make war a proper instrument for settling the differences between nations. The only solution whatever, the means of warfare at our disposal, is to abolish war for all time. Wars have never settled man's problems. They only create new ones.
In June 1951, more UN troops were deployed, gradually pushing the North Korean forces back to the 38th parallel. A stalemate ensued, marked by peace talks that began in July, but failed to yield a compromise. Meanwhile, combat continued, with American pilots engaging Soviet pilots flying Chinese jet fighters. In early 1953, General Dwight D. Eisenhower assumed the U.S. presidency and sought an end to the conflict. After 2 years of negotiations, a truce was signed on July 27, 1953, at Panmunjom, near the 38th parallel. This agreement established a demilitarized zone that still exists today, a stark reminder of the Korean War's lasting impact on the Korean Peninsula and the world. Thanks for watching.